Hey y'all, this is Ra with Your Alchemy. I'm here for another reading and transmission for the collective today. Before we get started, I just want to thank you all for being here. My channel is relatively new, especially this kind of content. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate every view, every like, every share, every subscribe, every comment. And if you like this kind of content and would like to see it circulate more, would like to see more people receiving more light, then the best thing you can do to help my channel grow would be to like, share, comment, or subscribe. And so I appreciate you in advance. So let's get into today's reading. Before we get started, y'all know I always got to start with a little bit of Trill Elixir just to get my intuitive muscles flexing. I mixed it with water today. It has no taste. Okay. All right, guys. So 3 days in a row, the message has been nearly the same. Okay. 3 different decks, 3 different days. So the overall card here, overall energy this is from the Rumi deck. This is beyond death, life. Okay. And I'm just going to read a little bit of what this card means, and then we will pray. Just a quick prayer to get started. It says, I'm calling to you. Can you hear me? Within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, for what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers as tender as a lover, with unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth as pure, beyond all experience, untainted, ever innocent. As a pure vessel, stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. Y'all take a deep breath. I almost got a little choked up there because it reminded me of a sentiment that I woke up with this morning. I've been doing my best, y'all, to wake up at 5:30 every morning. I get up, jump up, do my yoga, my meditation, my affirmations, my solar magic, take my shower, get my work day going. You know, like I'm usually started by 7 a.m. But this morning when I woke up, I wasn't necessarily tired, but spirit would not let me move out of the bed. And what I heard was, you need to be very tender with yourself today. Let us kind of nurture you for a moment. Let us hold you. Let us reassure you. It was just an energy of reassurance, an energy of great care, and an energy of tenderness that they brought to me this morning. And I was like, okay, you know, we must gonna be doing some heavy lifting today, whether that's me personally or as the collective. And I just know that we've been on this theme of death. It's come up for the past 3 days. But so it was death day 1, then yesterday was life after death, and then this card literally says beyond death, life. And so whereas before it had been focused on emotions, I think the message for today is that through this death process, it's not just you building a new landscape, but it is also, they said, an unveiling of your own soul, new parts of yourself that you have yet to come to know. So let's dig in and see what Spirit has to say. So while we shuffle, I just want to give thanks. Thank you, Holy Spirit, Mother, Father, God, the all, the absolute, the only. We are forever in awe of your love, your wisdom, your grace, your compassion, and your mercy. Help us to see more of this soul as a collective and as individuals that is to be revealed through this death and rebirth process that we are all experiencing right now. We give thanks for your guidance. Use me as your vessel. Make your messages plain and clear for the collective today. All right, so we'll get 3 cards from the Starseed Oracle. Fall into my arms. Ooh, y'all, that's what they had me do this morning. The great severing. Not that one. Baby steps. Again, y'all, that was the same card that came out yesterday. Y'all see all these cards. Okay. All right. Fall into my arms is showing up in reverse. Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites. Extremes of life. And here you are, you have this woman, and it looks like she's either bathing or baptizing a baby in this water. You know, if any of you have been baptized before in the church, you know that that is a ritual, okay? For all of those who act like ritual is some evil thing, you perform rituals in church when you do a baptism. But it is a ritual of surrender. Okay, and so that's why they had you fall back and you fall into the water. To me, that was one of the scariest days of my life. I'm not gonna even front, y'all. I cried so hard. It was just something about it didn't sit right with me. But anyway, so this is echoing off of the energy that I felt this morning. We are being asked to surrender, and there's something so contradictory about it in terms of what we are experiencing, because everything that we are experiencing on the outside is telling us to hold on to what you can for dear life. We're about to have a food shortage, hold on for dear life. People are losing jobs, hold on for dear life. They're trying to, do all these things and inject you with poison. Hold on to what you have for dear life. But at the end of the day, I'm hearing that it's really beyond a point of trying, what are you grasping for? And this is internally and externally. What are you really grasping for? There is so much more available to you in the surrender. And I feel that the Creator is saying that he, she, they want to show us something very, very tender. This is, if you remember your mother giving you a bath as a toddler, there was something so nurturing and pure for most of us. Everybody didn't have the same experience, but for most of us, which is what I get from this card, it was a very nurturing and pure experience, right? And that is like just how they held me this morning. That is the level of care that our spirit team, our spirit guides has available and is trying to give to us right now. But we have to relinquish the fight. Do you know how hard it is to bathe a baby when they're fighting and they're crying, won't let you take their clothes off, won't let you, it's just relax. Let me put some lavender drops in here. A little bit of coconut oil. Sweet baby, let me hold you. And that was the energy that I got this morning. So that's dope. Okay. Let's clarify. Fall into my arms. Okay, so it's in reverse. So somewhere we're being challenged. That's what we're being challenged with. That lets us know that we haven't quite surrendered completely. Okay? But a lot of us are feeling drawn to it. So tell me more. Why is fall into my arms in reverse? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. Why? Because it's a power struggle. Look at this with the death card again. Y'all, I cannot make this up if I wanted to, okay? I could not if I wanted to. So you've got fall into my arms. 13 is the death card in this deck. It is called release. And then you got the solar plexus in reverse, which is all about letting go of a power struggle. The solar plexus is our personal power center. But I want to give y'all a quick lesson on chakras. You always hear about as above, so below. And of course, that echoes through every aspect of creation. But as it relates to your energy body, you have your lower 3 chakras and you have your upper 3. And then we talk about the heart being the connection point in the middle yesterday. So your lower 3 chakras represent your human will, human emotion, and human mind. Okay? Your heart is where this energy gets synthesized, and then 5, 6, and 7 represent your divine will, your divine emotion, and your divine mind. So what is being challenged here? physical mind, human mind, ego mind, versus ego will versus divine will. Okay? What happens when you let divine will take over? What does that require? An act of surrender. There's only one way. An act of letting go. An act of releasing anything that you don't need to hold on to anymore. It says it's time for something to die off with this cycle. And if I were to read the rest of that card, it talked about a relationship. It talked about either moving. It talks about a way of being. Okay? But it's something that we have given a false sense of power to. And you got to think about it. Even collectively, we have given power to things that have no merit whatsoever. Okay, so it's a power struggle right now. They're looking to baptize you in something very tender and very pure. Okay, an energy of renewal for sure. That's a big challenge for somebody. It's come up 3 times, y'all, in 3 days. Like, y'all saw the cards. Okay, the great severing in reverse. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay, so what is this conflict about? What is this severing and conflict about? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. Somebody's got to let go, and it is causing, like, the situation may be presenting itself as a situation of conflict. It's with the devil in reverse. It's an internal conflict. So the devil in this deck, it's called the Master. And the devil card represents just that. Anything that you have given a false sense of power to. That could be an addiction. That could be something material, superficial. It's any of those things. So now you are being called to sever that relationship with the Master with the devil in reverse. It's already up for bids. And you've already aligned with this energy on a lot of levels. Tell us more about this devil in reverse. But there's some level of conflict because you don't what? You don't trust. You don't trust. The Fool card, the Surrender card. Look, let me show you something. This card is what? Number 1 in the deck. First card in this deck. This is number 0. First card in this deck. Look at the similarity in the imagery. It's about a brand new start. The Fool starts on the journey with nothing in hand, nothing from the past life. It's like a baby coming fresh into this world, not having any remembrance, any encumbrances of what happened last time. Now, over time, those things get, reminded and remembered. But the Fool is telling you to trust. Will you trust enough to relinquish where you have placed a false sense of power and authority in your life? I really want one more card. Can you tell us more? Tell us more about this devil energy. You're already aligned with releasing it though. It's something that you have spent a lot of time, energy. It could be your work, okay? With this 8 of Pentacles. It could be your work. It is where you're spending your time and your energy, where you have been looking for reward, and now you might be having a realization. So for somebody, this could be a job. You're having a realization, but this is not the place for me. It's time for me to sever. Somebody may be getting a severance package. A lot of people are losing jobs and walking away from jobs right now and walking into something brand new. Okay, it's no coincidence. This is something that we are absolutely aligned to and absolutely signed up for right now. So kudos. And anywhere where you're having the fear, where you're feeling that internal pull, internal struggle to take that first baby step. Remember, this one came up yesterday. For those who didn't see yesterday's video, I will put it in one of these corners. I don't know how that works yet. Okay, I'm new to this, y'all. True to this, though. Don't get it twisted. Anyway, um, so this card came out yesterday. It's about taking the first step. Now look at this card. You don't have the Fool card. The normal Fool card, she's about to walk off of a cliff, just like this woman is. She's stepping through this brand new archway, brand new gateway, brand new portal, about to walk off of a cliff. And remember, it was about action, following your intuition before it makes sense, having a trust in the first step that's ahead of you and not worrying about anymore. So tell me more about baby steps. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. We got the Star card, because what your path is already aligned. So this is the Star card. It's one of breaking through. It's one of healing, but it's also one of being brought into alignment with the destined and a predetermined path with the Lover's card. Okay? This is a path. Look at this. So whereas before, whenever the devil shows up in a reading, the devil and the Lovers are opposite energies, okay? In the traditional deck, it's depicted more clearly, but the devil represents anywhere where you choose to follow fear. And on the contrary, the Lovers also represent a choice, but it's where we choose to align with love and we get led on the path that is for us, okay, instead of a path that we try to control with these trappings of this lower body. So this is about you aligning with your destined path. Tell me more. This is major alignment with the Star and the Lovers. This is star-crossed Lovers. This is a position that seems to come out of nowhere, that is everything that you've dreamed of. This is that person, like you stepping away from one relationship, and as soon as you do, as soon as you allow yourself to surrender and these chains to be broken, you take one baby step into the path of something brand new that is perfectly suited for you. One more card, please. I like this reading. Sacral chakra. It is. One more card. With the Empress. So somebody, this is all about creation with the sacral chakra and the Empress. It, like if I were to read this just like literal traditional tarot, it's about, somebody like literally, maybe even having a baby. But this is about you moving into your creative potential. And the thing about the Empress is she is able to create from any circumstance. Like the Empress grew up in shit and she learned how to create and grow things. And so her ability to master creation is something that can never be taken away from her. She can never, the only way she can fall off of that square is if she doesn't believe in herself. Okay, so there's new creative potential that's coming out of this for you, for me, for us. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what's up. So let's see. See if anything else comes through. Just real quick. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So today we are offering up this space in the room for any residual potential to hold on to false ideals of power, false senses of power, things that we have falsely assigned our power to. We are now making room for the release, for the breaking free of those chains. And they're saying that takes an extreme amount of courage, but sometimes you have to realize that sometimes, how you look back on situations and you be like, man, I went through something that was so scary. Somebody could be looking at that from the outside looking in. They would probably look at these times as something that's so scary. But the thing about it is, like, you wouldn't have the courage to break those chains and to walk away. Like that false sense of power, of course, it has a personal meaning and relevance to you, but it represents something so much bigger on the grander scale as above, so below. So as you break those individual chains, understand that you are breaking the bonds on higher levels, the things that have kept us bound to density, the things that have kept us bound to this realm and to this dimension. We break those chains by breaking the individual bonds of our individual devil, our individual master. So today we're fortifying your heart and your solar plexus with an energy of courage. There is more to face. But our goal, our obligation is to make sure that you are fully equipped. So like that full car, you can trust in that. You can surrender. You can relax. You can fall back. Give thanks. All right, y'all. I'd be like, and I'm back. Anyway, spirit works quick like that, and that's one thing they want me to share with y'all is that you are or some of us are accustomed to a spiritual process being something that is laborious, that takes a lot of steps and ritual and perfection. And they're saying that that's a sign of the old times. We work instantaneously. That's the nature of the dimension that you are helping us build and co-create. Okay? So what you receive, not only is it to help you and supplement you on this path, but it is also your reward. Okay, so you can relax into accepting it. And just by knowing that if you are here right now to receive this message, that there is a part of your heart, there's a part of your soul that is aligned to what they have brought in today. So I'm going to end it with that. Feel free, if you guys want to reach out to me, you can find me at trillalchemy.com. Hit me up there. I'm also at Trill Alchemy on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me over there. I'm going to start dropping some shorter daily reads on Instagram maybe next week. And then I'm also, Spirit told me to do some 2022 readings for each zodiac sign. So I'm going to start digging into those soon. But go ahead and follow me at Instagram so you don't miss anything. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for helping this channel grow. Peace.